Hello, my learners. How are you all doing? Surely, by the grace of God, you are doing very well. Now, our subject today is natural science, and our topic is what? Sunlight. Our topic is sunlight. Now, when you look at the things around us, all the things, we have the plants, the boy, and the human being, and we all get what? Light from somewhere during the daytime. During the daytime, if you are outside playing, you get what? A source of light from somewhere, which is what? The sun. Which is the sun. And it is called what? Sunlight. So the light we get from the sun is called what? Sunlight. As I'm teaching you now, I have light reflecting from where? Outside, which enables me to be able to see clearly and to write nicely on the board for you. Alright, so the light we get from the sun during the day is called what? Sunlight. Now, let's look at something. We have now sunlight is a source of what? Energy. Sunlight is a source of energy. We get sunlight from the sun only during the daytime. Only during the daytime, and we get what? Sunlight. In the night, we get a different thing. In the night, we get a different thing. But during the daytime, we only get what? Sunlight. We only get sunlight. Now, sunlight helps us in so many ways. Sunlight helps us in so many ways. Let's look at the importance of sunlight. Importance of what? Sunlight. Sunlight helps us to, let's look at the following, dry our clothes. You could see that. Now, have you ever seen mommy washing clothes, drying it at the same time when it's raining? No. When she does that, would the clothes get dry? No. So she washes and dries them in the sun when the sun is what? Shining, or when we are in a sunny season or sunny change. Now, we also have see clearly. We see clearly. Now, during the daytime, we see what? Clearly. During the daytime, we see clearly. Without light, you can see. As I'm over here, there is no light here, but I can see. Why? Because there is what? Sun. The sun is shining, so I can see with the help of what? The sun. We shall do some activities very soon to see the use of what? Sunlight. Alright, now we also have play games. Play games. Do you play games with your friend in the evening? No. When do you play games? You play games during what? The daytime. During the daytime, that is where you do what? You play games. But in the evening, we do not play games. We try to rest or have our sleep. Read and write clearly. If you want to read and write, if you could remember, then times when we're in school, when you come to school, whenever it's about to rain and the weather is cloudy, what do? Do I now write exercises on the board for you to copy into your exercise book? No. Even if you are writing, I collect all the books from you and I ask you to put your head down quietly. Why do I do that? Because the weather is cloudy. It's about to rain and you cannot see. But if the sun is shining and there's no light around, because of the sunlight, you will be able to see clearly, read your books and write. Okay, do different kinds of work. We do different kinds of work, like the seamstress. The seamstress, they also sew and they sew dresses during the daytime. Have you ever some seamstress also sew dresses during the night by using their what? Their light, with the help of their what? Energy, light energy. So these are the importance of what? Sunlight in our daily lives. We have dry our clothes. It helps us to see clearly. We also play what? Games. It helps us to play games. It also helps us to read and write clearly. To read and It also helps us to do different kinds of work. What kind of work again can we do during the daytime? The farmers, when they can go to the farm. The masons, the constructors, they can also go to their what? Field of work to do their what? Work. So most activities are done during what? The daytime. Now, I have some activities here that we should do by saying it. Alright, now, activities. We have two activities. Now, to show the uses of what? Sunlight. Now, enter into a complete what? Dark room. I'm saying the activity and you can try it yourself. Enter your room, okay? Your room, off your lights, close all your windows. Make sure the room is very dark and try to search for your book. Maybe your science book, any book at all. Try to search for it. What do you think will happen? You will be walking about, hitting your legs with things. You'll be walking as if you are even blind. Why? Because there is no what? Light in the room. Now, if it is the daytime, open your window. Let the reflection of light comes in your room and now look for your book. What do you think you will do? You will just find it as easy as something. You see? So, sunlight helps us to see clearly. Sunlight helps us to see clearly and also do some what? Activities. Now, the next example or the next activity, we said to dry clothes. Now, sometimes, even in the school, I wash my rags, our rags. I've been washing the rags. And what do? Sometimes I hang it at the back of the class. At the end of the day, what happens to the rag? Does it still get wet? No, it gets what? It gets dry. Why? Because of the what? The reflection of the what? Sun into the room. But whenever the weather is cloudy, whenever the sun does not shine well, what happens to the rag? It does not what? Dry well because there is no what? Sun or there is no light. So you can also try this. Take two wet towels and hang one of them in the open what? Sunlight area where the reflection of the sunlight is there, and also hang the other one inside the main room, inside your bedroom or something. Hang it there, and at the end of the day, choose or observe what will happen. What do you think will happen? The one hung in the open area of the sunlight will dry more than the one hung in the what? In the room. So these are the two activities I wanted us to do what? To observe, to know the uses of what? Sunlight. You can try these two activities at home yourself and see. Now, sunlight is also a natural what? Source of energy. It's a natural, made from God. Now, let's see this one. When you sit in sunlight, how do you feel? When you yourself, supposing your body is hot and you want to get warm or cold, and you sit in the sun or for so many hours or for so many minutes, what happens to you? Your body becomes warm. You feel warm. Many other things like the metals like and the soft the metal things. When you put them metal things in water, when you put them in the sun for a number of hours, observe what will happen. It will become what? Warm. The metals will become what? Warm. Now, have you ever seen a cooking pot? The saucepan that many have been using at home. Most of the pots have what? Wooden what? Handles. Some of them too do not have what? That handles. Now, when it is placed in the sun, it also gets what? Warm. Alright, so now let's move on to our what? Sunlight for plants. It's not only human being that need sunlight. Plants also need what? Sunlight. So let's see. Plants need sunlight to grow. They need sunlight to grow. The plants need sunlight to germinate. Let me say germinate is so they will grow. And then that's where you will see their what? Smaller what? Plants, which is called what? Seedling. Seedling. Okay, plants make food with the help of what? Sunlight. Plants make food with the help of what? Sunlight. Now, where there is no plant, so where there is no light and there is plant, what do you think will happen? The plant will die. It will become yellow. So all the small plants you see under the big trees or under the big plants that are yellow or that have become yellow, they do not get what? Sunlight. That is why they are what? Yellow. That is why they are yellow. So I also have activities to show that plants need sunlight to grow. To show that plants need sunlight to grow. Now I have this. Now I have these two wooden what? Boxes with maize in them. You can see that this one, the maize has germinated very well, and we have what? Seen the what? The green leaves and green plants. You have seen the green leaves. This one has germinated very well because it was placed in the what? Sun. What about this one? Look at what it has become. It has yellow leaves, but long and but what? Weak stem. It has become what? Weak because it was placed in what? Darkness, or it was placed at a where there is no what? Light. So this tells us that plants has what? Plants also need what? Sunlight to grow. This tells us that plants need what? Sunlight to grow. So now what are we talking about? Talking about what? Natural science, and our topic is what? Sunlight. We said sunlight is a source of what? Energy. We get sunlight from the sun only during the daytime. Now, with also importance of sunlight, we have sunlight helps us we dry our clothes, we see clearly, we play games, we read and write clearly. We also do different activities like sewing and farming, the constructors, and a lot. We also have some activities that shows the uses of what? Sunlight by hanging what? 2 towels, or by closing your door and looking for a book. We also have the sunlight that helps what? Sunlight for plants. Not only human that need sunlight, but plants also need sunlight. So plants need sunlight to grow, plants need sunlight to germinate. The seed needs sunlight to what? To germinate, to grow out. Then also plants make food with the help of what? Sunlight. Plants make food with the help of sunlight. So this is the end of our lesson in natural science. Till we meet again, stay safe.